So my friend Kevin was supposed to call in last week. He wasn't able to call in because he went to a movie. So I'm going to call him now because I wanted to get him on the line. He's a comedian from Toronto. He was, if you've ever seen the movie I did called Filth City, which I'm going to try and get them to put it back online because it was on YouTube and then it got pulled off of YouTube. And I'm going to try and get it put off. He was in Filth City with me. We started doing comedy together. He's a good dude, and I'm going to call him, and hopefully he's going to pick up. And let's see what he's up to. And then we're going to open the phone lines.
Hello.
Kevin Soldo, how are you doing?
Yes.
How
Who is this? You know I don't answer phone calls often.
This is your best friend, Danny Polischuk. You are on Low Value Mail right now. How are you doing? Hold on. Kevin, I didn't get the best photo of you, but I'm gonna put a photo up on you on the screen just so people can know what you look like. It's not current. It's not a current photo, which I think is doing you a bit of a favor, to be honest. But how are you doing, Kevin?
I'm good. I'm now more cautious as to what photo you possibly put
I took
up,
the
but-
one. Okay, so actually, good story. So if it's I just Googled your name. There are not a lot of photos come up, and certainly not a lot of flattering photos. So probably about 7 years ago, Kevin. So I'm just gonna. So they say he looks like a crackhead. So, about 7 years ago, Kevin wasn't really into drugs, and then I got a hookup on tanks of nitrous oxide of laughing gas. Remember that, Kevin? Remember when we used to?
Yeah, that's
Remember that little like period of our lives when we were doing laughing gas? Wasn't that fun? But so we were at my office.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we were at the office that we had, and we were doing laughing gas one night, and you and our buddy Alex, another comedian who lives in New York. I don't remember the exact details, but we were doing laughing gas, and then you were talking shit to Alex to make him sit down because you can pass out from laughing gas, and then you took a hit, passed out, fell face first onto the ground, and your glasses broke, and you split your eye open. Remember that?
Well, no, remember the chair had a broken arm.
Yes, right.
Lean back.
Yeah. No. It was
I
you
went
leaned to the
lean
side.
back, but as I leaned back, I fell out of the chair.
Yeah. No. You leaned to the side because it had a broken arm, and you leaned to the side, and then it just like gave out. And then, but anyway,
Yeah, looking back at it now, it really seems more like it was a gag. Like you guys tricked me and put me in that broken chair.
I would do no such thing. You know me, Kevin. I would do no such thing. But anyways, that's the photo. Remember the photo of you smoking? Because that was right around the time you took up smoking at the age of 30.
Yeah, that was because of New York, actually, man. I was so stressed out when it was such a culture shock.
Right. Yeah, so you moved to New York, and but anyway, so Kevin, how are you doing? How are things in Toronto?
You know, it's good, man. I got boots on the ground, front row tickets to the fucking apocalypse of the world. It's nice.
What do you mean, apocalypse of the world? So Kevin, you have been, you've had a bit of a win recently, I guess you could say it, because they've eliminated so you are not, you're against the vaccine, which just like to say, YouTube, if you're listening, we are not spreading vaccine misinformation. This is not medical misinformation.
Yeah, can we pause for a second? I have never disclosed my medical information to anybody. I am just pro-choice.
Okay, so Kevin is pro-choice.
On vaccine mandates, I'm very anti-abortion.
Oh, okay, there we go. So Kevin is just a pro-choice. But anyways, Toronto has reopened, correct?
Yeah, more or less, man. It feels like it's back to normal. I'm in the parking lot of a movie theater. I'm going to go watch a movie.
Another movie last
they
week.
Let my kind back in.
Yeah. So you're allowed to go back into because you were pro choice. That you were.
I was what?
You were pro. You're a pro-choice, is what you were.
Yes. I just want to make sure that people have the opportunity to select their own bodily autonomy.
And that same goes with abortions?
No, then Jesus Christ comes in, man. It's
got it. Okay. So you are only sometimes pro-choice. But so anyways.
That's right. Pro-choice only means your own body. But as soon as there's a heartbeat,
Yeah.
then
Once
it
there's a
changes
once there's a
everything.
heartbeat. Okay, cool. So anyways, but so you're back. You're allowed to be living in. Are there any restrictions on you now? Are you allowed to
I
fly?
guess I
No.
still can't fly. I'm not allowed to fly yet on a Canadian airline.
But if it's a non-Canadian
I can-
airline, you could.
Yes, if it's going to a like mandated location.
Okay, so that's cool. You have any plans to? Can you go on a bus?
No, they haven't let me back on the bus yet. They haven't let me back on the bus yet.
Someone says that can't be the best picture of this guy. Should I get a better picture of you, Kevin? People
I
are
mean, it's
people
up
are
to you,
not
man.
liking
You
the
know-
picture.
you know,
I thought that was a good picture. You don't have a lot of
People might just think I'm like deranged in the head if you use that photo.
Kevin.
And
I mean,
consider
I don't-
myself a pretty well-rounded and well-adjusted guy.
I don't mean to be a piece of shit, but you are deranged. Dude, there's like no photos of you online, and I'm sure you're saying good, but there are.
I'm actually pretty psyched about that. That's pretty.
Kevin.
I've worked hard at that.
Kevin, there's not only three photos. This is the most current photo, is the one you smoking with your eye banged up. That's the most current photo.
I mean, man, just go on my Instagram. You know.
Yeah,
the
but
Instagram
I'm in the
area.
middle of doing this stream, and I'd have to go save the photo, and I gotta go log into
Well, whatever
Instagram.
you're doing, how are you pulling up the photo right now? Period.
I'm just
do the same
googling. I'm
way.
just googling it on Chrome.
Okay, yeah, you can't just like look up and screenshot.
Well, I'd have to go
the-
log into fucking.
Okay, Jesus, I don't want to trouble you. I mean, you're the one scaring off your customers. What do you
Oh, I'm
want
not
me to-
scaring them off. They're saying I did you a disservice. People are saying, does he still have the beard? Yes, he still has the beard. And they're actually mostly offended by your fedora in the photo. That's what they don't like. Okay, you know what? Here's a good
That
photo.
wasn't my fedora. That was a borrowed fedora.
Who borrows a fedora?
I don't know. I took it because of the sake of the photo. I was smoking. I was in a bit of a mess. I just smashed my face open. So, I thought a cigarette would help, and then someone put a fedora on me and took a photo. What do you want?
Okay, so I got some good news for you, Kevin. I think I figured out how to get a better photo of you. And no. So I just tried to oh my God. I just tried to download this fucking photo, and it just downloaded all your Instagram photos, every single one of them, Kevin.
That's good. It's a hack I did. So if you even like one of my photos, I actually get access to your email, and then
Here
I
we go.
spam you every day with tour dates.
Okay, here we go. I got a good one of you doing comedy. That's Kevin, everybody. That is a more current thing. So everything's good in Toronto then.
I mean, no, man, the city's still off, but yeah, things are better in that sense.
Are you trying to get some sort of revenge for what they've done to you for the past 2 years? Like, is revenge on the table for you?
I would like to see public hangings towards politicians. That would be nice.
Oh yeah, that's not going to be good for
I
my
think,
YouTube channel. YouTube, I do
What?
not condone.
No,
I do
no.
not condone public executions of.
Wait, is this a live show? I thought we edited everything. I
We
thought
did
you
this-
beat stuff out.
This is live. This is live. Now people are saying now you look homeless. Is that a homeless David
Nah,
Cross?
well,
Is
what
what
are
they're
you gonna
saying.
do, man? People will always, think what they see.
There's a lot of haters out there. A lot of haters.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
How's it over there? How are you
It's
over
fine.
there, so far away in that faraway land of New York?
Of New York, it's fine. They got rid of the vaccine passport as well here. And then I think that's it. But it wasn't even.
How are people with masks over there? Here, they're still pretty mentally ill about it.
Oh, in New York, there's there's people who are never going back to not wearing masks, just like it was in Asia. Do you remember going to Asia? Remember you went? What year did you
Nobody
go?
had masks.
I guarantee you that's
I
not
went
true.
2018, and man, on the islands, nobody wore
Maybe
masks.
on the islands,
Nobody
no.
had-
Maybe
the
on the
people
islands,
that-
no.
The
But
people that wore masks were legit doing, like, they were working on car exhaust.
yeah.
That was their job.
But in the
They would
cities,
pick up battery acid in the street.
yeah. But in the cities, in all over Asia, the mask stuff is pretty normal. Like you see them, not like everybody's wearing
Yes,
them,
but that was purely for pollution too.
no, that's also just their germs and like disease and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
see, I don't know, man. It looks weird. You walk around the city now, and it looks like everybody's trying to be a open heart surgeon. It's
yeah.
weird.
Do you
It's
yell at
just
do you
open
yell at
heart
strangers
surgeons
ever?
walking around. No, man, I'm not. I'm just done with it all. I just don't play the game whatsoever. You know, when people like, I just go to places normal. Some people look at you weird. Some people don't.
Well, here's a
Some
little
people are
fun.
actually really cool with you.
Yeah. Here's a little fun fact about Kevin. Is you might hold some sort of world record for going the longest without wearing a mask. You didn't wear a mask until like what 18 months into the pandemic was the first time you had to put one on to go overseas.
Yeah, pretty much on the plane, man. I never wore one once in the city of Toronto ever. I got into a fight with bylaw officers. I got
Oh,
into
actually,
altercations with plenty of people.
can we talk about this? So you got fined? Is that correct?
Oh, I got fined coming back.
Can
man.
you
I did,
talk? Do you
yeah,
want to talk
I
about
did.
that?
Yeah, sure, man. That was. I think everybody should. Everybody should do it. Everybody should try some sort of disobedience towards this.
Yeah.
Because it was a very weird situation. When I came back, they wanted you. First of all, you weren't allowed on the plane without a negative test result.
This is coming back
right?
from Europe.
So I had to. Coming back from Europe, I had to obtain a negative test result, which I did.
Yeah.
Coming on the plane, they won't let you onto the plane. So transferred in Portugal. They wouldn't let us get on the plane in Portugal unless we filled out that ArriveCan.
I've had the ArriveCan app.
Tracking data app.
Yeah, I've had to fill that out.
This app's entire purpose is to track you and send you and like notify you if you're too close to things.
Yeah. So you refused to do the ArriveCan app.
Well, I couldn't refuse that because then they wouldn't have allowed me on the flight. So what I did was I filled it out with complete false information. I made up everything but my name. Okay. My name was the only thing that was real, and then everything, address, phone number, everything. I just threw random words and numbers into an equation.
Okay, so then you get to customs in Canada.
I get to customs in Canada. They pull up. They do the regular thing. And they ask me. They go, "Where are you quarantining?" And I go, "I'm not." And she goes, "Okay." And then she does that double take, like she didn't clue in that I said no.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Wait, what did you say?" And I go, "I'm not quarantining."
And this is like what, last summer? This is last summer?
Yeah, this was August of 21.
Okay. So you go, "I'm not quarantining. Suck a fucking tailpipe, lady."
I'm not doing it. And the lady goes, "Okay, that's fine. You're just going to have to deal with Health Canada." And I go, "Yeah, sure." And Health Canada's to the side. They send you to Health Canada, and Health Canada is just, dude, it's these. It's hard to talk about this without sounding like prejudice or whatever, but it was all these foreigners that were working for Health Canada.
What do you mean foreigners? What does that mean? What country? What do you mean they're just not? Kevin, where is your family from?
My family is foreigners too, right? They've never previously been able to get a job in any form of government.
Yeah, but your family's also foreigners. You're just saying people who are not born in Canada.
Yes, but they've been rejected by the system many of times for being foreign.
Who you're?
Right?
Oh, you're you're angry because they kind of were accepted by the system. They got these cushy government jobs, hassling.
First of all, they stole all of our government jobs. No, but this is what was interesting. They were foreigners, and you could just tell that they were like foreign to the fullest extent of they weren't even familiar with like Canadian laws and rules.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like they haven't been here long enough to be familiar with what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
So the guy is pleading with me. The guy's pleading with me to just take the ticket.
Yeah.
Like to just take the quarantine. He goes, "Please just do the quarantine. It's only 14 days.
And did he know that he was dealing with one of the most stubborn people on planet Earth?
He had no idea. Like, I think he didn't clue in at any point. I was thinking, like, because I tried to lay it on thick, but he was just not getting it, right?
Yeah, he goes, "I don't get it." Yeah.
So, I'm just explaining. I'm asking him. I'm like, "Hey, man, do I get to fight the ticket? Are we still in a democratic country where we have, like, you know, the right to due process, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he had no idea what I was saying.
Yeah.
And I go, can I take it to court? And he goes, yes, you can take it to court. I go, then write the ticket. He goes, you don't understand. We have to write you a ticket for $5,000 for every day of quarantine you miss.
Which would be what,
Right, so I'm like-
$70,000?
Yes. And dude, I've never even gotten paid $70,000. So I would even love to see it swing anyway, right? If you could get
You just want to see,
$70,000
Kevin,
on a
you just
ticket-
want to see a piece of paper with your name on it that has $70,000 somewhere on it, regardless of if you're
Exactly,
paying or being
exactly.
paid.
It's
You're like,
like
just put $70,000
yeah,
near my
if you're
name.
gonna do something, right? If you're gonna put my name with some kind of stink, whether it's plus or minus 70 grand, I've never seen it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
So I tell the guy, yeah, let's write this up because I'm getting excited at this point, right? I'm like, I want to see an $80,000 ticket, and the guy's just pleading with me, please, sir, please. You don't understand. Then the cops show up, and the cops are like, hey, what's the problem? I'm like, oh, there's no problem. I'm just refusing the quarantine. And he's just like, he's begging me to take the quarantine. But,
Yes. By the way, someone in the comments said, you know, you could just say you'll quarantine and then just not do it.
Well, man, listen, I had no problem shaking that tree. I wanted to pick up that dust. I was happy to do it. And Taylor was with me. She took the quarantine, right? So we took both perspectives. We like really did a thorough investigation.
Okay.
You know, we really narrowed it down. So the guy's like pleading with me. The cops are going like, well, why won't you just quarantine? And I tell the cop, I go straight up because I don't buy any of this stuff. This is all a scam to scare people to listen to these dumb rules. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then the cop's like, well, you know, these are dangerous times and, you know, we got to do these things. And I'm like, no, you don't. I was just in Eastern Europe. It doesn't exist there. Like, there is no masks. There's no checking. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. So you're telling them this, and then it's that realization of like, man, these guys haven't left. They've been stuck here. They have no idea what's happening anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
So they were cool about it. The cops were like, well, we're just here to keep the peace and make sure nobody like gets nasty.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, I got let's speed this thing up. And then the cops leave. Then the guy's asking me, he's like, his hand starts hurting from writing all these tickets, right? And
That's what happens when you write 70
he's
G's
like-
worth of tickets.
Well, he's getting nervous too, right? He starts getting nervous, I guess, because maybe he hasn't written this many yet or whatever. And so he's like,
Was he like, I don't know if the
sweating.
numbers go this high?
Yeah, he's looking over all the information like 8 times over and like putting the name in the right spot, all this stuff, right? And so the whole time, at one point, we were like 40 minutes in, and I go to the guy, I go, hey, man, can you hurry it up a bit? I got somebody waiting for me outside. I need to speed this up a bit. And then he kind of gets like taken back by that. He's like, you know, I really have to do a lot of work here. And then he gets help from his buddy. His buddy chimes in, this other kid who's young, man. They're young people too.
Yeah.
And he's like, excuse me, sir, he has a lot of work to do. Why don't you just leave him alone? And he goes, and where's your mask, by the way? Right? Because when they gave me a mask, and
I love how
just
they're
snapped
writing you
the-
$70,000 worth of tickets, and they go, "Hey, where's your mask, buddy?" And you go, "How much is
Yeah,
that?
so he goes-
How much
so
does
the
that
guy
cost
goes-
me? Another 5K?
That's
Just to add it
exactly
on."
What happened. He goes like this. He goes, "Where's your mask?" I go, "Why? Is there a fine for that too?" He goes, "Yup." I go, "Well, hurry up and write it because I gotta get out of here." And so he goes and he writes it, and the guy ended up being full of shit. It wasn't $5,000 a day. It was $5,000 for the entire quarantine. He fucked up.
That's a good deal.
So what they gave me was $5,000 plus tax plus fees. So it worked out to like $6,000 and change.
Okay.
So they end up giving me one for not quarantining, one for not taking the PCR test, and then one for not having the mask.
Okay.
And
that was about $6,000?
And then it added up to like, 18 grand, just over 18 grand.
Oh, you guys, okay, $18,000, yeah.
That was the total. The total was $18,000, and I just ended up putting it into the court system. And I've yet to receive anything, man. And I don't even know if I will. Literally, like 2 weeks after.
So you
I
go,
did
I'm
that,
fighting this. The whole point is you go, I'm going to fight
rules
this. We're taking this to the top. We're taking this to the mayor's office.
Yeah, I want to speak to a manager of this courtroom or however this fucking kangaroo court works.
Yeah, and you've done this and you haven't heard back?
Yeah, I haven't heard back, man. They really didn't. They didn't come after me yet. I don't know, man. I don't have that kind of money, so they can try to.
Yeah.
Try to.
More importantly,
I'd be very interested.
Little do they know that you're going to be representing yourself in court if this gets to trial.
That's right, I am my own legal representative. Yeah.
You're gonna have, it's going to be
at the end of the day, we're just looking for the most amount of stage time, right?
Absolutely.
You give you a microphone on that
oh
stand,
God, they're going to fuck up so
like
badly.
I could at least do a few hours.
Oh yeah. Kevin's going to bring his notebook up. And he's like, is that your legal notes? You go, no, these are just my jokes. It's going to be running a few things.
These are big time working on, and they're still relatable today.
Nice. And so you don't know, but you don't know when that's coming through here. You don't know when, or you're thinking you're just never going to hear about this again.
I don't know, man. I truthfully don't know. I don't know. I had a speeding ticket once upon a time, where I went to file the ticket to fight it in court because I do fight all my own court cases. And you're not a stranger to going to fight these court cases. You're a big proponent of. It really gives me something to do during the day. Our gigs are usually nighttime, and this is just some daytime activity, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I went to battle the ticket, and they said that the cop who gave me the ticket never filed it on his end, so the ticket just never existed. You know what I mean? Like, and it feels like that may be what happens with this one. Hopefully, that would be nice. Okay.
Well, please keep us updated on this because a lot of people like your story and they like you, and definitely hope this works out for you. And if it doesn't,
I have a GoFundMe. I have a GoFundMe for that those tickets.
How could you support the GoFundMe after what they did to those Canadian Patriots?
Well,
Did you go to Ottawa?
Yeah, I did, man. I did. I went to see it for myself.
How was that?
I went to check it out, man. I have to. It's that close. You know what I mean? It's 4 hours away. There's nothing else we can do. I really wanted to see it firsthand, and it was very interesting to see, man. It was interesting to see how fast information travels. Yeah. Like, even how fast it takes for, the Toronto News meme accounts to get information versus how long it actually happens.
Oh, yeah. I was just talking about that earlier in the episode.
Were you?
Well, I was just saying did you see when there was the nuclear reactor? We're getting shot up in Ukraine or whatever. There was a firefight, and then all the news for like 24 hours were like elevated radiation levels and all this shit. And then I just went on Twitter like 20 minutes after it happened, and someone was like, "Yeah, it's fine. There was like a fire at an adjacent building, and it's out, and it's not a big deal." But all the news was like took forever to get it.
I have many Ukrainian sources and Russian sources that say many different things these days.
Nice.
Compared to what's happening on the news. But,
what's your, okay.
You know what, man? It was interesting to see how media plays things out when you're actually there firsthand, witnessing it and experiencing it.
Would you almost go out on a limb and say that sometimes the media is liars?
Man, I never thought I'd be the kind of guy to say this, but I don't think the media is being entirely truthful with us.
No?
And I really don't know what it is, and I feel crazy just saying it, but something about the way they report is just
something you can't quite put your finger on. Okay.
No.
Okay, well, one last thing, Sol, though, before we let you go. As people are saying I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube, I really hope this doesn't get me in trouble on YouTube because I love the media. I love COVID. I don't love COVID. I love our governments. I love our governments.
Yes,
I love the vaccine. I love all this stuff. I love masks. I love double masks.
Don't worry. Fear not. You are one of the chosen people. They can't do anything to you.
I got a strike 2 weeks ago because this guy, Alex Stein, came on. You probably have seen him. He does all these funny videos about COVID and stuff. And then he was talking about COVID. And I was talking about how I was going to get a strike just for him being on there. And then I got a YouTube strike. So anyways, they don't fuck around. So anyways, I'm going to let you, what movie are you going to see? Oh, we lost him. Okay. We lost Kevin Soldo. I don't know why he hung up. Hold on. Let me call him back. I'm going to call him back, and we're just going to wrap this up really quickly. And then the phone lines are open, by the way. As you see, we got that neat little thing. It's just if you call, just don't call if there's somebody on the call because I'm talking to them, so that I can't. I don't have a screener yet. We're not quite at the point of having a call screener.
You have reached the voicemail.
We lost him. Okay, that's it. That was Kevin Soldo, everybody. Maybe his phone died. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe the government got to him. Maybe those people who he owed $18,000 to, the government